Hello, my friends. Welcome. This is our weekly Wednesday Q&A session here in our community for women over 40 looking to get energized, confident, and strong. I'm Jill. If you're new to the group, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. So the reason why you're here is probably because you want to see some change, want to feel more confident in your body. And every week we do this on Wednesdays. On Mondays, I do a motivation video live. And so I'm glad to have you. Say hi when you get here. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Although I have a backwards Mets shirt to you, a Mets shirt on. My family lives in Florida. We moved down here from New York about 2 years ago. But we're very happy to live the Florida life. It is September and I walk around in tank tops and take the dogs for tons of walks. And so I'm glad to have you here today. What we do on our Wednesday Q&As is answer all of your burning questions about fitness, weight loss, nutrition, menopause, hormones, weight gain, all the things. So anything that comes up, if you want to ask me a question, you can drop it in the comments below. You can message me. Maybe you and I are in the middle of a chat. What I'd love for you to do is book a free consultation call with me. We call it a game plan call. And the reason why we call it a game plan is because we take action and we act like athletes. And so it doesn't make sense for us to have a desire, a goal, and not take action on it. And the best way to get to your goals is to make that game plan. And so that's what you and I get to do together. And I don't charge you for it. So you might as well take advantage of this free opportunity to have me listen to what's going on. Where do you want to be versus where you're at now? How are we going to bridge that gap? And what has been holding you back? And so that's what we're going to talk about today. I have just a couple of announcements for those of you who are interested in starting small with a little 4-week test challenge with me to try out one of my fitness programs, to learn one of my nutrition frameworks, to get amazing results in the 4 weeks, have opportunity for gift cards and lots of love and support, then I would say hop in the Fit and Fast Challenge. I've included the link to it in the post here and in the email when I send this out. And so hop on it because we start on Sunday. I have added all of the resources, the workouts, the meal plan, the bonus workshops. I've added so much into this group, taking measurements, all kinds of great stuff to get you ready for the challenge. So today is Wednesday. So we want to have that time, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to start getting prepared so that we can start our 20-minute workouts on Monday and have a meal plan and have all of our food prepared and be as prepared as we can be to make an incredible 4-week transformation. So that is the Fit and Fast Challenge. I've been putting testimonies from some of my clients in the group all week. There's lots of information. There's a link where you can check out all of the information about the challenge and go ahead and sign up. When you sign up, you get a $25 Dick's Sporting Goods gift card so that you can go out and buy some equipment for the challenge. All we need is a few sets of dumbbells and a mat, but it is so much fun. It's so exciting, and it's just 20 minutes a day. So, there's two things in life that move us forward, and it's either that we're motivated by the pain of staying the same or where we've been in the past and knowing that what our future is if we don't do anything or don't change anything, or the motivation of what we want to achieve and what we can envision for ourselves. And what we want to do is we want to either be pushed by that goal, which means we have to actually get in touch with what our goals are, or we need to really connect with that pain of staying the same. And when that desire to be different and get out of your pain is greater than staying where you're at, that's when you'll start to take action. But it's so much easier when you take action. And that's why I love to do our game plan calls. But I also love just having you here. Again, if you're just hopping on, let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm here in sunny Florida. Well, it's sunny for the moment with my 3 doggies, no kids, and my husband's away on a business trip. So I have the house to myself and the dogs. So welcome again. Let's dive right in. I'm going to take, I've got probably about 20 ladies here who I'm going to use as examples. Again, if you have questions that you want answered, go ahead and just drop them in the chat here. I'm going to start with Anne. So I asked Anne, what's holding you back from achieving success in your fitness journey? And she says, me. She says she's holding herself back. And she says she really wants to be a better version of herself. And she says, I eat all the right things and exercise regularly, but I can't lose weight. How can I? And that's a really interesting point, because I've actually been participating in a 5-day challenge with one of my mentors and somebody who's in my industry in these last, I guess it's been 2.5 days. I just got off an hour-long masterclass with her. And one of the things that she had mentioned to somebody in our Facebook group is that there is a difference between being healthy and achieving a goal. So I can eat all the healthy foods and I can abstain from all the unhealthy foods. I can cut out alcohol and donuts and cookies and pizza and all the things and nachos, and I can eat all healthy foods. And I can go to the gym every day and do that treadmill or that stair climber for an hour and a half. And that was me. And it's interesting because I actually said this to somebody else who I was talking to last night. When I asked her, what do you think is the thing, that the key to you getting success, and what is the thing that's holding you back? And she was telling me about herself, and then she said, well, what was that key for you? And it was interesting because I used to always be the person who would say, I'm doing all the right things, but I'm getting no results. And it's like, what's the point? And then when you feel that way often enough, you tend to start to quit, and you get in this cycle of, I'm trying to do all the right things, and then I'm sick of doing all the right things because I'm not getting the right result. And so I'm just going to quit and I'm going to do all the wrong things, right? Have you ever been in that pattern? And so that was when I learned, and I said to this person who I was speaking with just maybe last night, the difference, it happened when I realized that being healthy is different than achieving your goals sometimes. And so you really need to be more honed in on what the exact right things are, because I think sometimes we think we're doing the right things and then we realize it's actually not the right things. And sometimes it's just these minor little tweaks that need to happen. So when I was right before I started making my transformation, and I'll tell you what the key was, I was eating oatmeal in the morning, and I was eating whole wheat bread for my sandwich, and I was getting whole wheat pasta and brown rice, and I was eating whole wheat crackers and low fat pretzels, and I thought all these things were healthy, but I was eating like maybe 20 servings of carbs a day, starchy carbs. And what I realized here's the key, got a coach to teach me and support me. She taught me that I only needed 2 starchy carbs a day, and then I could have the ones I wanted, but I had to make decisions. And so some of it is just the quantity. And I'm also seeing that this week. As I told you, I'm in a 5-day challenge, and this challenge happens to be vegan, and the meal plan is like, here's the meal plan. There's very little leniency. There's very little variety, and it's like, this is the food, you have to eat the food, stop asking questions and just eat the food. And it has foods that I have never had before, and so I'm trying new things, consistencies that I generally would say no to, and I'm trying them because I'm trying to be true to this plan. And what I'm realizing, because there's no afternoon snack on this plan, is that I'm going from lunch to dinner. And because there's no snacking in between lunch and dinner, I am realizing that I was doing a lot of snacking. And I tend to, as soon as I get hungry, I tend to say to myself, well, since I'm feeling the hunger, I better go eat, right? I might die if I don't eat right now. And so what I'm realizing is I can actually survive. I don't die if I don't eat the moment I feel hunger. Now it's just a 5-day thing. Generally, that's not how I, operate in nutrition, but I can see all the little snacks and the calories that I was adding to the day, even when I was on a particular calorie plan. So I think So let's go back to Anne's question. I eat all the right things and I exercise regularly, but I can't lose weight. How can I? It's possible that we're not eating the right things, or we're not eating in the right quantities, or we're not eating the right combos. And it's possible that that's because of where you're at in life right now, the current stage. And it's also possible that you're not doing the correct exercise or the right amount. So that is where you hire a coach who knows her stuff, and I can pinpoint exactly what's going wrong. So I would say, Anne, you and I need to hop on a call, and I can probably point out, make a list of 5 things that you might be doing wrong. Isn't that interesting? Super interesting. Okay, let's go on to Kathy. So, and if you have any questions and want to ask in the comments below, please ask. So this is Kathy S. So Kathy S says that motivation is holding her back. So immediately, Kathy, if you're new to this group, which I believe you are, then you need to go to the guides section and start binge watching my Monday motivation chats. And really what it boils down to generally is finding somebody to help you who knows their stuff, making a plan together, executing, staying consistent, and having accountability. Those things, when you start doing the things, they create motivation. A lot of people don't have, now me, I love working out. If I could like not do my work all day and spend 5 hours in the gym, I would love that. That's why I became a personal trainer because I didn't want to be sitting in an office in New York City anymore. So I was like, screw this. I want to go work in fitness. But a lot of people don't ever really want to do workouts. And even this woman who I'm doing her 5-day challenge, and she's been a bodybuilder and she's been on stage, and she's like, I never want to go to the gym. She was like, I never want to work out. She's like, I just don't have that in me. Can I do it? She said, if I force myself to go and get there and start, she's like, then I actually find that I enjoy it while I'm in the workout. But the motivation to do it isn't there for her. So when you feel you're lacking motivation, sometimes you just need a kick in the pants. And you just need a plan. Like I said, you need a plan that says, you do this today. And then you need somebody to say, did you do that today? Right? Until you get in the groove of, this is who I am and I do this every day, regardless of whether I want to or not. Because it's going to get me to my goal. And why do you have that goal? And that might mean going back to the tie to your goals, right? Have you really thought about it? And I'm very transparent. I see my therapist every 2-3 weeks, and I saw him today. And when we talk about when my energy, I get these dips, rises and dips in energy, and oftentimes it's related to my business. And, you know, in the summer when people don't have the desire to be part of a program or meal plan, my business starts to slow and my energy goes down and I get to panic mode. And, you know, and he reminds me, well, go back to why are you doing this? Is it because you're only happy when your business is booming, or is it because, you know, and he said, why do you do this? And I said, freedom, because I don't want to work in an office anymore for anybody else. And because I love fitness and I want to talk about it and work on it all day long. And I want to help women who struggle like I used to and prevent them from making the same mistakes that I did. And he's like, well, none of that has to do with how many people you're helping at the moment, right? And I was like, no, not at all. He's like, okay, so go back to what makes you happy about this thing and focus on that, right? So what is going to make you happy if you're doing the work? It's getting that result that means so much to you because you don't want to feel the pain of staying the same. And you really are excited about feeling the pleasure of what you can envision when you get to your goals, okay? So Kathy also wants to know how to get the metabolism to be quicker, okay? So I wouldn't say you always want it to be quicker, you want it to be efficient, but to boost your metabolism, you need to build lean muscle, okay? In order to boost your metabolism, you need lean muscle because muscle requires calories. So it will burn them. It's kind of like your body is an incinerator, right? And the more you build that lean muscle, the higher the flame gets. And the more you're going to burn energy at rest, right? So we can all get on a treadmill and burn 100 calories or whatever it is, 400 calories in an hour maybe, you don't actually get as much burn as you think you would, right? Nobody gets on the treadmill and burns 1,200 calories, right? You're burning like a couple hundred. And so you're burning, we can all hop on a treadmill and burn some calories and hop off and eat something, and then that was the calories we just burnt, right? And there's no residual burning of calories, right? If you want to be residually burning calories while you're at rest, your body needs to be just sitting there with this muscle. You see that muscle right there? Bicep, right? Bicep is burning. Bicep is going, I'm burning calories, I'm getting hungry, feed me. And then my tummy goes, it's 12:17, I need to eat pretty soon because I need more calories, right? And so I would say the number one thing to get your metabolism to work more efficiently is to build more lean muscle. And part of that muscle building requires stress reduction and recovery time too. So you got to build the muscle, you got to feed the muscle, and you got to recover the muscle. So those are the keys. Those are all things that you can learn during the Fit and Fast challenge, and that it doesn't take a ton of time. I had very minimal time this morning. My husband left at 5 a.m., something like that this morning, to go hop on a plane to Kentucky for a business trip. That left me with 3 dogs and 2 children, and one wanted banana pancakes, and the other wanted 2 peaches, and the dogs had to go out. We have a little puppy. I did not have, and my son wanted the gym today, so I knew I was not using the gym when he was going to. That left me with not a lot of time and not a lot of space to do my workout. So what I ended up doing was a 10-minute tone-up workout from my brand new program that is in production. 10 minutes a day can actually make a massive difference. My muscles were burnt out at the end of 10 minutes, which was just 10 minutes from between the breakfast, before the dogs, before taking to school. 10 minutes is all I had. And that was enough, right? That was enough. You see the muscle? That's from 10 minutes, right? Okay, so building lean muscle. Do it with me in Fit and Fast. Sign up. The link is here, okay? All right, let's talk about Debbie. Debbie signed up for the Fit and Fast challenge, so I can't wait. Let's see what Debbie says. She says, I need guidance on losing fat and gaining muscle. Well, there we go. So she signed up. That's what I'm talking about, taking action. Debbie has something that's holding her back, says she has no guidance. She doesn't know how to lose fat. She doesn't know how to gain muscle. So she says, oh, yeah, Jill, I'll hop on a call with you. I need some help. And then she says, oh, yeah, Jill, Fit and Fast challenge sounds great. Let's sign me up. And now she's ready. And she is working, Debbie this week is doing the 5-day Kickstart cleanse, and she's doing the Triple Threat Challenge workouts, and she's doing the bonus workouts that she bought during the Triple Threat Challenge last week. This is how it works. Debbie is going to be a superstar. Keep an eye out for Debbie F. She's going to be amazing. So Debbie's question is, what supplements do I need during menopause to help shed the weight? So you can definitely Google, look it up online. Again, everybody's different, right? So things that I might be getting in my food, just naturally things that I need or whatever. What I have found is that, and my bottle is sitting at the end of the counter. Come with me, I want to go get my bottle. One supplement that I absolutely love is a green strength. Boop, boop. Serves so many amazing purposes. There are adaptogens in here, which I also have in my superfood shakes. Adaptogens are stress relievers. And so an adaptogen goes into your body. It's usually like plants, herbs, mushrooms. It go into your body and it says, what's out of whack here? Let me fix it, right? So my greens drink has adaptogens. It's got tons of leafy cruciferous greens to help me with immunity, to help get all the nutrients that I need that I may not have time to eat during the day. And a big thing is magnesium. What's going to help you shed the weight? I think, well, number one, I put this in water, so it gets me drinking more water. But I mean, I don't know necessarily. It depends on the person, because you might need a digestive enzyme. You might need different things. So everybody's different. It would be definitely beneficial to get blood work panel drawn up so you can see what your deficiencies are. My husband and I, we did Viome. We did kits on our gut microbiome, because that can have a lot to do with everything, gut, brain health. And Debbie will see that, because I actually put a bonus workshop in the Fit and Fast Challenge last night about nutritional health and anxiety, because the gut and the brain talk to each other. And so if our gut is out of whack, then it affects our brain chemistry, and that all has to do with menopausal weight gain as well, and cortisol levels. And so that was really neat, was doing this Viome test. You give blood and stool sample. They might do saliva sample as well, and it tells you what's going on in your gut and what nutritional changes you can make. So sometimes it doesn't even require supplements. I don't currently, other than my superfood shake and my greens, I don't take any other supplements for weight gain or anything like that. I take supplements for energy, for recovery, for hydration, and for hunger. So all those things, which we can talk about in the Fit and Fast Challenge. If anybody has questions on supplements, I do love supplements. I think they're great, an easy way to get what you're missing. Okay, let's move on. And I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. I know I was just speaking to, it's either Renisa. Okay, anyways, the question is it necessary to take prescribed hormone replacement therapy? So no, it is not always necessary, and that's a personal choice. And so hormone replacement therapy can help you when your estrogen and your progesterone levels are dropping during menopause and perimenopause. It can put those back, and it can help regulate those levels, which what that does, I mean, you're losing them naturally for a reason. When you put them back in balance, what that does is it alleviates a lot of symptoms. So many women like hormone replacement therapy. Many women do not want to put unnatural hormones in their bodies. And what's really the most important thing, and this I talk about in my menopausal metabolism reboot program, it's like an hour and a half masterclass, is I talk about how the hormones are not what's driving the all the awful symptoms of menopause, the hot flashes, the night sweats, the mood, the waking up at night, all those different things. The hormones are not the top of the pyramid. The top of the pyramid is the stress. And so if you haven't managed the stress, and if you're not in line with your fitness, movement, nutrition, sleep, then that hormone replacement therapy might not actually help you anyways, because those things are going to come above the hormones, and they're going to affect the hormones, okay? So just a little piece of advice. You can see your doctor, right? Doctors are definitely they're prescribers. But let's do the masterclass. Let me know if you need that. And let's get you into that menopausal reboot, because that's what I would do is, let's say, and I know my hormones are changing. I can feel them, right? I can feel the change in my body. I feel how my body has changed. Low energy, mood swings, irritability, all these things. No hot flashes yet. But what I would do if I was you, before starting hormone replacement therapy, I would start with the natural approach, right? So I would do the menopausal metabolism reboot, which is masterclass, explaining to you what's going on, because you might start making changes to your lifestyle just based on the knowledge, right? And then I'm giving you a 4-week protocol for nutrition to help you regulate blood sugar. I'm giving you a 5-day kickstart cleanse to help you take some of those pounds off, relax the digestive system. And I'm giving you workouts that are not going to put you into stress mode. And then I have 2 amazing workshops that are part of that as well. One I told you from my friend Kira, who does the gut-brain axis training and how your anxiety affects your gut and how your gut affects your brain. And then also the hormone detective, my friend Monica, she talks a lot about foods and hormone in her workshop. So that would be a really great place to start before you experiment with the hormone replacement therapy. That would be a natural way to try it yourself first. A lot of times we want to try it ourselves first before going to medicines, right? Okay. Tammy says no guidance is holding her back. Why can't she lose the weight? Tammy, we got to have that call. Oh, Tammy, you just booked a call last night. So I can't wait to have that call with you. I think you said it was tomorrow. Wonderful. You guys got to keep booking calls if you haven't had one. Let's have one. Michelle says motivation is holding her back. We went over that. And she wants to know what are the proper foods to eat. We want to eat whole foods, organic when we can. We want to eat in balance, and we want to eat the correct amount for us. So if you and I work together, whether it's just on nutrition and fitness, if you join the Fit and Fast Challenge, I'm going to start teaching you different ways to know how much and what foods you should eat. I have a foods list in the Fit and Fast Challenge. I have a tutorial on how to eat mindfully and how to listen to your body and figure out your own needs. And I also have nutrition coaching packages where we can do portion control, where we can do macros, where I can calculate for you what the right amount of calories is for you, okay? So those are different things we can do. If you are interested in nutrition coaching, just pop the words nutrition coaching in the comments below. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them too. I have one more here. It looks pretty long. I had to widen the column in order to fit this whole thing in. Another Michelle C, says knowledge is holding her back, and she's got a lot of questions, so she's looking to gain knowledge. She also wants to lose 20 to 30 pounds, tone, and gain muscle, okay? I would say 20 to 30 pounds the next 3 months. We could do that if you start today, and if we're doing the right things for toning and gaining muscle, which is going to take concerted effort and a killer plan, okay? So let's see Michelle's question. She says, it's so hard making sense of all the contradicting information thrown at us. What really works? I've had success with fasting, exercising, etc., but I want to learn nutrition for life, not short term, without cutting out foods. Without cutting out foods I love, but knowing how to enjoy the right proportion. That's totally up my alley. I don't like cutting out foods. I don't like restriction either. If there's something I want to eat, like the M&Ms that my husband left on his desk upstairs, then I will eat like 6 of them like I did last night, even though they're not on my meal plan because I just wanted them, right? And so I don't believe in massive restriction. I think we can still get results. Like I dropped 2 pounds even though I ate 6 M&Ms yesterday, you know? So I think what's important is finding the lane that you believe in, right? So yes, there's tons of contradiction on social media with different theories because generally what a coach like myself has to do is we have to pick a lane and we have to be so about that one thing so that when you're telling your message, it's strong, believable, and you're discounting every other thing that's out there. So I can choose one thing and I can tell you everything else is wrong. And I have to tell you all the reasons why. And I have to really convince you. That's not me personally, because I have ADHD. Because I truly believe that we can't do one thing for a really long time, especially when we get back to toddler stage after we hit 40 and we're belligerent and we can't stick to anything and we don't want to and we want to do what we want to do because we've earned it, right, in life. And so at this point in life, I feel like you have to have multiple tools, multiple ways of doing things so that when you decide that you don't want to follow Weight Watchers anymore, you don't just fall off the wagon and gain all the weight back that you just worked so hard to lose. Instead, you move to the next tool. And that's exciting for a while, right? 3 to 4 weeks. Then we got to change things up. We got to add new information, new tools, new ways to up level. And that is how you get results. And so that's why I teach multiple frameworks: menopausal nutrition, portion control nutrition, mindful nutrition, macros nutrition, It's everything along the spectrum that I have found great success with. And the reason I found success with these things is because they're balanced. They are not keto where you're cutting out carbs. They're not Weight Watchers where you're restricted to points. They're not, Jenny Craig where you have to buy the meals and you can't eat anything else. They're not intermittent fasting where you can't eat outside of a particular window even though somebody invited you for dinner at 8:00 at night. All that restriction, it really makes nutrition a mind game, and an unhealthy mind game. What we need is more balance and more joy and more abundance in what we're doing as opposed to restriction. And so, I think that if you're going to have something that's going to work for the long term, you need multiple tools, you need a balanced system, and you need probably lots of support so that you can learn and get these things down and gain that knowledge, right? So I'm here to teach you. All right, so let's take a look. I had a couple more people on my sheet here. I just want to see that I'm not missing anything that I want to touch on today. Otherwise, we'll go a tiny bit longer today. Hi, everybody. How are you? How to figure out what my body needs, what is lacking, how to learn how to manage that. So that question, that's going to come down to us chatting. That was Lana. I need to educate you. I need to give you all of the tools that I own. I've learned and I've gotten, certifications, and I've gone through the education so that I can give you this information, teach it to you, and help you become consistent with it, empowered with it, and master it. That's why I call my program Empowered Fitness Mastery, so that I can teach you the things so that you know how to do them, so that you can make most good decisions, the good decisions most of the time, which is going to keep moving the needle forward, okay? All right. Yvette wants, she says, dedication is holding her back. We got to get you dedicated. We need some accountability to get you consistent, okay? Once you start seeing the results with those two things, you're going to get more dedicated. She wants to lose her stomach but keep her curves. Don't we all want that? We can do that. We can get a flatter stomach and build our glutes and keep our boobs. We don't have to lose them if we're losing weight. I will teach you how to do that, Yvette. And she wants to know what's the best time to eat, before or after a workout. Both. You can do both. A lot of it is personal preference. I wouldn't eat an entire meal before a workout, but I would have a small snack if you're going to have a long workout. If you're going to have a 10-minute workout like I did this morning, I did not eat before my 10-minute workout. Actually, I did today. I don't usually eat before I work out. I work out early in the morning. I do drink a pre-workout supplement to get my energy up, but you don't have to eat if you're doing a short workout. If I do 45 minutes to an hour, I need some fuel in my system in order to get through that as best I can. The best time to eat is within that 30-minute window, right after you finish a workout. And if you want to know what you got to eat, carbs and protein. The protein source should be a recovery protein. So a branched chain amino acid, if you're doing muscle building, that is going to help you rebuild and slow down what we call the synthesis of your muscle tissue. We don't want it to keep breaking apart. We want it to rebuild. And so within 30 minutes, replenish the carbs, replenish the protein, and begin that recovery process. And to help boost it along, a branched chain amino acid is a really great idea. I have one that's my favorite. If you need help with that, just message me and ask me for help with supplements. Happy to connect you. Okay, let's do one more. Barbara says menopause is holding her back. She wants to be in shape. How do I stop menopause from kicking my butt? You get educated, Barbara. Let's educate you, okay? Let's have you understand. Number one, for those of you who have not gotten my menopausal Bible, just comment menopause below, and I can give you, it's my free menopause Bible. It gives you a lot of insight as to what's going on. And then let's get you into the menopausal metabolism reboot. That's going to teach you so much and give you the steps, the action steps to start making that change. Menopause does not have to kick your butt. You can kick menopause's butt. You can do that, okay? I'm going to save these other couple for the next time. I'm going to copy them and paste them over. All right, so thank you for joining me. Set up your game plan call with me if you haven't had one. I've got time this week, and I'm excited that you're here, and welcome if you're new, and let's be kicking butt. If you're in here and you are not happy with where you're at and you're not doing anything to change your situation, I'm sorry. I can't help you much. I'll keep motivating and I'll keep coming in here and offering you things, but you have got to take action if you want to see change, okay? And I have got to take action on eating because I'm hungry now. All right? Bye, everybody. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Sign up for Fit and Fast.